House Speaker Mike Johnson recently faced questions about a looming deadline for U.S. military involvement overseas. His official response was direct: "We are not at war." On February 28th, U.S. and Israeli forces launched joint military strikes across Tehran and other Iranian cities. Those initial attacks killed several senior commanders and Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Iran retaliated by bombing American bases in neighboring Gulf nations and completely blocking the commercial shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz. The exchange has already cost 13 American service members their lives and drained billions of dollars from the federal budget. Despite these casualties and ongoing combat, the administration is now using a May 1st legal deadline to rewrite the definition of the conflict. The White House has engineered a controversial legal strategy to keep troops deployed, setting the stage for a confrontation that could permanently shift the balance of military power. Under the War Powers Act, a president has a strict 60-day window to wage war without explicit approval from Congress. President Trump officially triggered this countdown when he notified Congress of the military campaign against Iran on March 2nd. This notification cemented the timeline. A clock began ticking toward a final deadline of May 1st. By law, once the indicator hits that mark, the president must begin winding down military operations, unless Congress votes to authorize the war. Without that specific vote, the entire operation is legally mandated to shut down. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth recently appeared before lawmakers to offer the administration's plan for that deadline is effectively paused. That claim met immediate resistance from Democratic leaders like Senator Tim Kaine. Kaine argued that the War Powers Act contains no provision for a pause, meaning the administration will be in direct violation of the statute the moment the clock runs out. Senator Adam Schiff intensified the pressure, stating that with 13 service members dead, the time has come to recognize the cost is already too high. While the fighting continues, the debate in Washington has shifted toward a battle over the legal definition of peace. If the administration simply ignores the deadline and continues the war, what options does Congress actually have? Efforts to rein in the president face significant hurdles. Several recent resolutions aimed at curbing his authority have already failed in the Senate. Even if both chambers of Congress pass a resolution to end the conflict, the president can simply use his veto power to block it. Furthermore, federal courts are historically reluctant to involve themselves in war-making disputes, leaving the conflict entirely in the hands of the executive branch. Without a way to force compliance, the War Powers Act becomes practically unenforceable. By using a temporary ceasefire as a shield, the administration has found a way to sustain a kinetic military campaign indefinitely while avoiding congressional oversight. If this strategy succeeds, the strict time limits of the War Powers Act effectively cease to function as a check on executive power. This specific loophole exposes a deeper weakness in how the United States goes to war, consolidating authority within the White House and away from the legislature. If a semantic trick can bypass the law with zero consequences, it raises the question of whether any constitutional mechanism still exists to stop a president from waging war indefinitely.